Welcome everyone, Costin here with Thorgrim Grudgebearer's campaign over here in Total War Warhammer 3 on Legendary Very Hard Battle Difficulty with neutral AI stats modifier. And what I'm going to show you in this video is how to make this campaign ridiculously easy and powerful. The first thing I wish to mention regarding Thorgrim's campaign is you have an incredibly formidable defensive settlement over here in Karazak. Especially once you get it to tier 3 and get cannonballs, well, the walled towers of Karazak can annihilate entire armies. It's no joke. It may take 2, 3, 4 armies, or 2 armies with WAs from Greenskins to overrun Karazak. And what we're going to do here is we're going to try and get it to tier 3 as quickly as possible. That means we're going to need growth. So what you want to do here, if you're fine with sacrificing a lot of your economic potential, is you want to focus on the income buildings right here. So with that in mind, we're just going to go to Skarsnik. We're going to get paid to declare war on factions. This is a good way to start your campaign. You don't need to do this, but if you want to gain as much power and as much money over here as possible, it is something I would firmly encourage you to do. Because many of these declarations of war are not going to be meaningful, except Carrick 8 Peaks, but you kind of want Carrick 8 Peaks yourself, so that's the reason. Maybe Clan Worms that attacks you, maybe they don't attack you. It is always a tricky one. Don't go for every declaration of war, like of course don't declare war on Ungrim or anything like that. Okay. So, with that sorted out, what we're going to do is we're going to go for this battle, and I'm just going to auto-resolve it. You can fight it and minimize casualties. The key to that is gyro bombers have a lot of bombs, 11 uses, and these can wreck most of the units here. And also Thorgrim is very durable and can take a lot of damage and reduce melee defense of an enemy. But then you also have this ability, Entrenchment, that gives you 20% physical resistance. Stops your movement, but basically makes Thorgrim a walking freaking tank. So it's very, very easy to win a lot of battles as Thorgrim. I will show you one very key battle, and that is going to be against Skarsnik. Now, right here, what we want to do is execute and loot. One of the reasons you may want to fight that battle manually, I'm not doing it here because I want to save time. Like, there's a golden time for YouTube videos. It's about 20 minutes. Don't want to go over that. So you want to get mobility right here. And you want to just take over this settlement and then just occupy it. This will always have a barley field, so you get 2 barley fields, and now you want to recruit dwarf warriors, regular dwarf warriors. But then you may also want to do something else as well. You may wish to get either a rune lord or a dwarf lord. You may, if you want to really maximize the insanity of this, one of the things you can do is you can, actually I think I'm going to go for Cunning. So you can get one on Cunning. You could also benefit from someone who grew me, but Cunning is going to be useful, because remember, it's affecting armies in the region. You might start understanding what we're going to do over here, and it is going to be freaking glorious. But regardless, get this guy over here. Or get Thorgrim over here. His units will not regenerate as much outside of settlement, but we may not need it dependent on how things are going. So get the research-wise, what you want to do is get High King Authority, and then get Rat Poison and potentially Dwarven Grims to unlock the underway trade caravans. Your goal research-wise is to get Construction Guilds and Grand Throne Chamber. Do not spend your oath gold until you've sorted that out, because those are the biggest benefits you can have in a dwarven campaign. So that's turn 1. Now, depends on the campaign difficulty you're playing on, the battle difficulty you're playing on, the AI may behave differently. When you're playing on a higher campaign difficulty, the AI gets more resources. It's fairly simple to understand. When you're playing on a higher battle difficulty, the AI is more aggressive because it thinks it can win more battles than it actually can. Surprisingly, this is actually not one-on-one. So the AI may attack settlements where it thinks it can win, based on the battle difficulty you've selected, but the auto-resolve is actually not. Like, the AI doesn't know its own auto-resolve. It's calculating things, but it actually doesn't know what the result will be. Regardless, what we want to do here is we want to take this Rune Lord, take Thorgrim. We want to be 27%, yes. No problem. Take the settlement. Yes, we do lose those Dwarven miners, but it's not really an issue. We do get another barracks. We go for the Empower the Guilds commandment. Come on, get me past those events. Transfer these guys to Thorgrim. And then move him out of the settlement. Why are we moving him out of the settlement? Well, we don't actually... Oh, right. Which ones? These ones. I forgot to do what I had to do. So we're going to set an ambush chance, and you can see it's 60%. And now we declare war on Skarsnik. The way the AI functions... So yeah, you can switch to a stance before transferring troops, even if those troops don't have the movement range. Because like, movement range is on a troop-by-troop level. And now what we want to do is also get a Demon Slayer or any character. It kind of doesn't matter what you go for, really. Just make sure you get any character and move him here. Why do you want to move him here? Well, because he will have more movement at the beginning of the next turn. And what we're doing here is we're going to lure Skarsnik and obliterate him in battle. This may or may not work in your campaign. You also want to get full plate armor, but if he does fall for the ambush here, you're almost certain going to win it in battle. If you're playing on lower difficulty, you're going to win it in the auto-resolve. On a higher difficulty, you may not win it on auto-resolve. Depends on how many casualties you've taken in your previous battles. Or he just doesn't fall for the trick, because that ambush has failed. He saw it coming. He has a fairly high ambush defense chance, so just... That is a tricky one to succeed over there against Skarsnik. But that's fine. We don't need to worry about that. I anticipated that. So in order to guarantee a successful ambush, we want to come over here. Make sure you're in your own territory. And we got 60% still. Should be higher, I think. Anyway, the AI is scripted in such a way as to attack you at your most vulnerable points. So over here, we get more growth. Next turn, we're going to get that settlement to tier 2, so we want to get rid of that building so we can transfer it. Make sure you break open the casts. And you may want triangulation. I'd say triangulation is more important than ammo because you do have that restock skill, so getting more damage is more important than anything else. So now let's see Skarsnik fall into this trap. This will almost always happen one way or another. As I said, it is a guaranteed win. You fight this battle manually, and I'll show you how you win it with relatively few casualties. Thorgrim might be a risk of dying though, just keep that in mind. Okay, it says Pyrrhic victory, but that's not really the important bit over here. What you want is the Oath Gold. You want to get to a decent level of Oath Gold, but yeah, it's very, very easy to win that battle. I actually took more casualties there because I didn't send Thorgrim too far enough, so he could actually draw more attention. Like, ideally, what would happen here is Thorgrim would soak a lot of the damage himself. So I might lose some troops here. But that's actually fine. So right now, we take our Rune Lord. We pursue the enemy Lord right here. Or we kill, we pursue him right here. Ideally. Chase him down, kill him. What you want to ensure here, yeah, I'm gonna lose a unit there. I don't really care. I'll be honest, I don't really give a damn. Right there. Now, with Karazak Rock, we want the following buildings. We want that tier 2. We want gyrocopters, and we want a runesmith. You don't want artillery. Well, you don't need artillery, I think is a better way of me saying that, that point. And yeah, now we chase this down, we kill him. That's more experience for Thorgrim. You want a rank 12 with Thorgrim before Skarsnik is dead. I'd recommend getting full plate armor. So getting these 3 skills, getting 1 point in hard to hit. Right here, get Flash Bomb. Flash Bomb is really useful at dealing with enemies in melee. It also slows them down, so charging attacks will not work as well. Now, what are we after over here? Well, we might be trapped. Unfortunate. What an unfortunate side effect right there. Well, the backstabber is coming for us. Or is he? That is the real question, gents. I'm not terribly worried about that, surprisingly. Because I got troops right here. We can actually transfer some of these guys right here to this army to get more replenishment faster. Sometimes you just don't control what AI does. So, like, many campaigns I've played and attempted, that army does not head towards you. That it did here is a bit of an oddity. Might be down to casualties, replenishment. It's all these kind of minor factions that do have an impact in your campaign. Surprisingly so. Like, that is no joke. So, I gotta take a risk here. My interest was finding Karaka Azul. Because what we want is to confederate Karaka Azul. Like, that's the reason I did all of that there. Now, what about these guys? Well, they're still several turns away from being able to attack me. So I'm not really concerned about that. Right here, at least. And besides, it might actually be very beneficial, because that might allow me to level up Thorgrim faster. So just keep an eye on them. They might come to attack you. They might not come to attack you. But there are ways to skin this cat, right? This army would defeat them. But still, my concern remains Skarsnik. Now, just to be on the safe side, I would normally argue you shouldn't do this, but just to be on the safe side, we get another Rune Lord and get some guys. We got the Master Rune of Spite, but what is the level that we're at with Thorgrim? He hasn't even gotten to level 7, so maybe dealing with that army would actually be kind of worth it. If, indeed, it actually comes for us. We cannot guarantee that. Maybe I should have killed... Maybe I should have done some global recruitment with one of my armies to get more troops so I could have out-resolved against Skarsnik, because yes, that is a way to maximize your experience. I could have done X, Y, and Z, right? Like, there's options. But let's just pay attention to what these guys are doing. Oh, are they coming for us, or are they not? Let's see. Well, as you can see, gents, they are not. So now, get that barracks to tier 2. And there's your confederation. Guaranteed confederation. Like, when I say guaranteed, it's either going to be Tretch or it's going to be quick. You don't need to go out there and do anything except just find Karaka Azul. Like, the fact that I've been hunting Skarsnik, like, one of the things to be said about confederations, a faction needs to have around 100 or so plus positive attitude, because there is a lot of downsides with regards to confederations. But here, boys and girls, because we don't have that specific problem, well... Ooh. There's a lot of things I can do to fuck over quick. And I think I will just do that. If, I emphasize the if of this specific statement. Cazador is dead, right? But if you get a confederation like this, where you have this settlement, if there's some manipulations we can engineer. So we can declare war on the western provinces if we get the caravan right there. So maybe just sacking Skarsnik over and over and over again. Just be the best rat. That is a bit sad, isn't it? I think that is a bit sad, but it also should highlight something. There's a reason the strategy was used in Warhammer 2 and 1. So, we are going to get Queek to fight Skarbrand for us. Oh, I love it. And get paid for it in return. Oh, it's so wonderful. And we can go further. We can declare war on Gorbad and have these guys, because Queek is really powerful, right? So why wouldn't you do this? You can do the same with Emmerich if you have any particular issue with using the Skaven with this, or if it may not work because, you know, you pissed off the you put the Skaven in an unwinnable situation. It works best when you offer them a barracks. And now you see that cafe in Caravan, and this is a nice situation for me. Like, again, there's randomization, you can't control it. It's not gonna happen all the time. I can only teach you some principles and some steps I'd recommend. Like ambushing Skarsnik is the one thing you want to do. But damn, I'm not gonna lie, that feels good. Get another artillery piece, get some more of these guys. Get no, I'm gonna keep that artillery piece right there and just
for the wisdom of Valea.
Get some upgrades. I think I'm actually just going to leave. Yeah, just leave all these melee units right here in case Tretch has any fucking ideas. Also, yeah, melee units like that do have a tendency of, like, the one problem with auto resolve is the way it kind of works. So it's like, oh, but you're at war with Gorbad. What are you gonna do? Well, nothing, because I don't have anything to do. It hasn't started yet. I still need to get Queek on my side, but one little pointer on this. Queek versus Skarbrand is one thing. Queek versus Skarbrand versus Gorbad. Oof. That is dominance. That and me, I can go for Zarnagrund right now. Tretch may be a problem, but it's like, what do I care? That's another quest battle. So you just want to sell this with the barracks. So would he go to war with Skarbrand for this particular settlement? Would he go to war with Gorbad? Maybe, maybe not. You never know, right? So yeah, just leave these four, deal with the rebellion right there, etc. Start getting Carrick 8 peaks to tier 3. We also got a quest battle to fight.
Send me to vengeance.
We can dismiss this army or strengthen it. Though I think I will dismiss it because I don't I can't afford it.
Don't mess with. Mostly grows, I can tell.
Yeah, let's go to war with Labaris.
Do not think that. Agreed.
Is there enough power to actually confederate right here? To actually just auto-resolve that without losing half my fucking army? No. Yeah, it's one of those fucking shit. Like, it's weird as a quest battle. You look at this. Sorry, you look at this. You tell me with a straight fucking face that you can lose this battle as a player. Like, the gyrocopters and bomber will win. You just hide all of your melee units. Like, this is one of the reasons gyrocopter doomstacks are so popular, because you can auto-resolve a lot of shit and take minimal casualties, or you can fight it and take minimal casualties. So let me just fight. Well, outside of this regiment right now, I'm taking some damage, which, yeah, that's kind of why it's there. Let's get some extra experience. And we got another regiment right now, so nothing lost really. We get another one right here, maybe two if absolutely necessary.
I'm going.
And we keep leveling stuff here.
Lord of Clan Morgrim. I'm leaving.
And in this location, we get gyrocopters. Why not? We got plenty of money, so might as well use it. Nothing to worry about money, but we got all of these. This is why getting him to rank 12 is so important, because you can get all of these wonderful benefits at once, including that size of the Age of Reckoning Grudge Army. So getting rank 12 before your first Age of Reckoning is over is a pretty important thing. As for the other heroes, yes, they offer you benefits, etc., but you don't necessarily need to recruit them ASAP, because it would be ideal to actually have an army to recruit them in. So wait a bit, give it some time, make sure you get Rune of Wrath and Ruin for the kind of benefits you want over here. Play a bit carefully, defensively. Queek is not going to attack you. One of the things to be said about AI behavior with regards to it declaring war on you. They will declare war on you when they think you're weak. They will declare war on you when they don't have an enemy or if their enemy is very weak. And they will declare war on you if they're winning. Quake versus Scarbrand is one of those things that can go either way. I'd probably put my money on Quake, though it depends on how well he was situated before that. Quake versus Scarbrand and Scarbrand, that's a very different proposition. Yeah, maybe I can even avoid the rebellion right here. We can trigger it. I kind of want it at this point. So hello, Quake. How's life treating you? Care for to join another war right here? It's delicious. It is fucking delicious. This is how you screw over the Skaven and Greenskins in a single fucking move. And get paid for it too, because why wouldn't we get paid? We're dwarves. We worship the god of gold. So what do we do here? Well, remember what I said about Karazakrak being an impregnable fortress? It is, as long as you fight for it. And as long as you get it to tier 3. Careful about the tier 3 part. That's the part that can bite you in the hide very fucking hard, very fucking quickly. So get rid of this. Actually, both these. You don't need either of these really here. As for other declarations of war, well, we got Snitch.
Countless more pressing matters demand my attention.
And what I'd really pay attention to, so no one is gonna bother you in this situation. No one.
The Great Bear demands your aid.
But you should be mindful of which factions are more likely to accept a peace agreement with you versus, you know, continuing on war. So yeah, we do want more growth.
Greetings, Kinnaman.
In that state of affairs. So yeah, Feastmaster. I'm surprised they're only at war with the fucking Feastmaster, but hey, what the hell do I know? So yeah, there is a chance that Gorbad will send an army here. If that does happen, oh, we can save some money. Like this guy with Grugni. Yeah, that will save me a decent chunk of change. Let's put it like that. And in these kind of siege situations, having a lord is pretty impactful. Let's put it like that. So what do we do now? Well, we have armies. I would probably say you gotta... So Karazakrak, once it gets to tier 3, you can ignore it. Before it gets to tier 3, that's where it's tricky. Quick will leave you alone. He's got other fucking problems to deal with. Try and ensure that no one takes Caracade Peaks twice. Like once, that's likely, right? But twice, getting at tier 1 just kind of negates the entire damn point of all of that entire exercise. Okay. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? We just move. We dismiss the regiment right now. We keep these guys here.
Summon me if you dare.
We go for Black Crag.
My anger burns.
Because that's the key, if you will, to all of this.
I do.
Also, it would be nice if Quake did not take Black Crag before you. And yeah, Fecondites are a good choice. Black Pit, Orcs are a good choice if Carl ends up at war with them, because you do have that vision. So here is just 2 turns. Do we need troops? Well, we can go on a scouting mission. I don't see a need for troops really right now. That's just me. I'd keep him there, because he does give you that benefit right there in terms of construction costs. Oh, also declare war on Azag. Keep in mind, the dynamics here do vary a lot, depend on... Well, that's not great. That's not fucking great at all. Well, he's only lost... Like, as long as he holds Caracadrin, you should not worry too much about that. It is ideal if Thorgrim does not get destroyed, because you can rebuild that, like, make the AI pay for its own fucking construction. So let's see what Gorbad does. So I'm just, so it can be useful to have a lord that's just scouting around. It's also useful to have a small army right here. Now let's get that migration. Oh, but economic, but the public order cost, yeah, who gives a shit? So now, once you get to this point, that's GG well played, right? Actually, it's GG well played after 1 turn beyond this. Because that's the point in which, like, I have an idea that where Gorbad's armies are as a notion. I would not recommend an military alliance with Barakvar. The reason I would not do so is because that's a surefire way of getting into a war with Scrag. So yeah, you fight this, you win it with gyrocopters. What about Gorbad? Where is Gorbad? What is he doing? What is he on fucking vacation or something? It's like, where are the Marty armies of the Greenskin of the Great Plan? Well, they don't fucking exist, do they? Also, I guess he ended up in a war with Scrag, so it's like, oh, okay, I'll take that. So yeah, as long as he can't attack you in 1 turn, you're over. Once you get the cannons sort everything out. Once you get to tier 3, yeah, so it's like, you take Black Crag, you form, the vulnerable points are going to be Iron Rock, World Edge Archway, and the Black Iron Mine. You defeat Gorbad, or you weaken him to such a degree that he's thrown in these settlements, and that's when you make a peace agreement with him. You make a peace agreement, you turn your ire on Quake, you obliterate Quake, deal with Scarbrand, then finish off Gorbad. Also, this one settlement is one of Gorbad's principal recruitment settlements. I don't think I actually want to take him out here. The reason is I kind of want Black Crag to get to a higher tier. So if I am forced to withdraw, which is the most likely scenario, because he's not going to fight Thorgrim on a field battle. But it's also the AI turn, so Quake can't attack. Ooh, he will attack me. Don't care. Like, seriously. It's not great. Obviously, I could have fought, won that, etc., etc. But important bit here, but this is just a demonstration, not what you should do. You should have fought that battle, won that battle. That one in particular, not the others. Because then this happens, right? So yeah. Like, if you had fought and defeated this... But the reason I wanted to wait is because then, like, then you can just fight over here and take Black Crag as a tier 2 Salmon. Be mindful of the walls, but let me point something out about Greenskin Sieges. You see this entire section of the so-called walls right here? That section has no wall towers that can shoot. The wall towers are aiming in here and here. So you can attack through here and bypass all the enemy defenses. That's why sieges are utter pieces of shit. And you can abuse all of that, right? And just to make a point right here, I'm setting the battle difficulty to easy so I can auto-resolve this. Oh, I couldn't. Well, maybe I can't here, but maybe if I attack Gorbad's army... I mean, never mind the fact that the Jarka... Yeah, that's a victory. So every siege has an auto-resolve benefit to it. Every Salmon. So when you're attacking... So it's always better to attack an army outside of a Salmon than to attack the Salmon directly. At least in terms of auto-resolve result. The dumbass irony of that statement that I just made is that it's actually easier to attack a walled Salmon than it is to attack... to fight a field battle because of how the AI is. But essentially, if you fought the siege, you know what I'm talking about. The AI will run around like headless chicken. Your gyrocopters will just kill everything, and if you run out of ammo, ooh, let me just withdraw, come back again, attack again. The only concern might be the reinforcements, but the reinforcements will typically want to go in the middle of the Salmon. They won't try and attack your army. Yes, sieges are shit. But I just want to highlight, sometimes waiting one turn, it's better to take Arcade Peaks. And look, if you want a peace agreement, right, you could just repair Black Crag and sell it to Gorbad. I would not do so. Because you see, Black Crag also has a fairly substantial garrison. Not as substantial as this. Now, it might have been better for me to be more aggressive over here than I was, right? At least to have won this battle, because that would have maximized my Age of Reckoning. Sometimes waiting is a downside, right? So if I had fought, like, just consider the difference. If I had fought the field battle, then fought another battle Black Crag, I would have filled up their Age of Reckoning. If I had won this battle right here, I would have filled up Age of Reckoning. Probably. Most likely. Very close to it. You get the notion of what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I did delay maybe a bit too much. That's on me. But I was just trying to showcase a couple of things. And this is how you maximize Thorgrim's potential. There's also other things, like maybe letting Skarsnik build up armies so you get more experience fighting them. Maybe fighting the first quest battle manually, so not auto-resolving that. Because it's a very easy battle, but you can get a lot more experience, I think, if you fight that manually and kill a lot more units. Possibly. Not guaranteed, though. Cosine signing out. Stay tuned for more.